This looks better anyways. I don't know what the fuck. Hey guys, it's me, Magical Shante 888. Just thought that I would pop on with another video for today. I'm trying to get in the algorithm, as I've been saying all this time. And I hadn't posted anything in about a month. I've just been going through life, many changes, so many different things, new and exciting things, and just some things that just haven't changed. I actually was attempting to go live on StreamYard, and for whatever reason, like, it just stopped responding. So here I am doing this video. I'm just gonna pull a few cards. This is gonna be the full moon reading for November 2022. Again, I don't remember what sign the full moon is gonna be in, but let's get into it. I hope everybody is doing well. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. If you are coming back, welcome back. I am Magical Shante 888, and I hope that you enjoy your time with me. I hope that I can help you, all while helping myself, guiding us to, of course they want to mow the lawns and I'm doing a video, right? It's only right. All right. So first card that we have, Two of Wands. Two of Wands. Second card, I just got a glimpse of the Two of Swords. When I was working, I used to hate when they would come, and they would always come just as I was starting to log in and take my calls. And of course, I'm working, doing different kind of work, but I'm still working, and here they come. Loud as fuck. All right. Okay. Alrighty. So, the cards that I have gotten so far: Two of Wands, the Temperance, the Chariot, the Fool, three major arcana, and the Three of Pentacles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And at the bottom of the deck, I had the Seven of Swords. So, with the Two of Wands, to me, that represents needing to make a decision and or making a decision that you may not be completely sure of. The Temperance, to me, with the Two Cups, could be love, could be some sort of balance that's needed. But, excuse me, testing the waters is what I'm getting. So with this Two of Wands, maybe you've made a decision to test the waters. With the Chariot, that represents, I believe it's Cancer, which can represent the home, which can also represent movement forward. So you are trying to make a decision, or you are going back and forth on whether or not you have used enough discernment to make a certain decision. Of course, it's going to be an adventure. With the Chariot and the Fool, it's definitely an adventure. It may be successful monetarily, but it may not be exactly what it is that you need emotionally. Although there are cups, and the Temperance is like, you know, it's major arcana, but with you already going in with so much apprehension and not knowing for sure what it is, whomever this is or whatever this opportunity is, it may really end up being the Seven of Swords, which is ultimate deceit energy. They come off and portray like it's XYZ, but really it may be some sort of deceit. Having discernment, especially when in this new place of the Fool. The Fool starts off in the major arcana. He starts everything off. He knows nothing. He's going into this literally like a blind goddamn fool. And he obtains these pinnacles, these swords, and all of these different things along the way. However, just don't be fooled by what this person or this situation looks like, because it comes off as this very stable, very sure, but ultimately you may end up with a dagger in your heart or several. Yeah, I'll take that one out, and then and under that, yeah, we have the Page of Swords. This is double toil and trouble. This is definitely somebody who is not speaking the truth and then wants to try to come in and gaslight the fuck out of you, playing on your mind and playing on, you know, your self-esteem, definitely with this. And also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Knowing that you're willing to walk away from it, knowing that you were trying to balance things out, trying to find the balance within yourself, they're going to promise you this. And you very well may get that, but it may not be what it is that you need ultimately. As human beings, in order to be successful, we need more than money. Money is an energy. It is an exchange of energy. But if you are in this place where you are lacking anything mentally, emotionally, physically, it may be harder for you to actually manifest what it is that you're wanting to desire. So let me just go ahead and clarify the Two of Wands. And I have my African Goddess Rising Oracle deck, and I will read from the book if I feel like I need to. Goddesses, please guide me, and please allow me to clarify these cards. Please clarify the Two of Wands. Clarify the Two of Wands. Make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Again, thank you for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed my content. I have a lot of other videos and more to come. So we have number 21. And this is scarcity. And very, very fitting. Very, very fitting. For card number 2, which is the Temperance, we have shine. I will just pick a card for each one, and then I'll see what I can see. So please clarify the Chariot. Please clarify the Chariot. All right, so for the Chariot, we have speak up, throat chakra action. And for the Fool, we have celestial alignment. Spirit, please clarify the Three of Pentacles. Please clarify the Three of Pentacles. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. So, within this, you definitely have the opportunity to level up, as plain as day. But on the other side of that, as I mentioned, there's still going to be something that you feel like you're lacking. If the person is able to help you level up monetarily, they may not be emotionally mature enough to be there for you to meet your emotional needs. And remember, we have to remember not to neglect ourselves emotionally just because we're getting the new things that we want. And I have to tell myself this too. Just because we're getting the things that we want monetarily, being mindful of a way that a person talks to us, the way that we talk to ourselves, the way that we allow people to treat us, disrespect us, you know, we should be elevating on all levels, not just monetarily, because the money can be swept away from you at any time. And then what are you going to be left with? Nothing but feeling empty. And we don't need that. We don't want that kind of energy. Although at the bottom we do have good juju. But that's going to come from you, boo. Bars. That's going to come from you. It's not going to come from anybody else. It's not going to come from anything outside of yourself. It's only going to come from you. And if you don't have the confidence enough to know that you're worthy of everything that you desire and then some, then you will continuously be in this rigmarole and this cycle that feels like it's never ending with this situation, this job, person, place, thing, family member, whoever it is. Take it how it resonates. But as I'm saying this message to you all, I'm taking this message for myself as well. Because, not to get off topic, but as much as I preach self-love and stuff, there's a lot of things that I still have to work on within myself. I'm not a perfect person. There's a lot of things that I have been tolerating that are intolerable and that are unacceptable. But because there is the guaranteed, whatever, like sometimes we settle. And one thing that one of my, who I would consider like spiritual teacher, one of my first spiritual teachers, Magical Lady Duchess, taught me, or just reminded me of when I got a reading from her, or it was just like a conversation or whatever, consultation actually. She just let me know, like, because I was dealing with certain things, and she just let me know, like, I just don't ever want you to settle. And I want the same for us. I want the same for you who's watching this. Like, don't settle for whatever it is that you feel like you have to settle for at that moment. And if you do feel like at any point in time, any given time, that you do have to settle, make sure that you have an exit plan, and make sure that you have a way to get the things that you need to get on your own, and not just completely reliant on even a job, because jobs can switch up, especially these contract jobs. They're so easy to get, but even quicker to lose them, because you do one thing, you miss one day, they can't accommodate something for you, and next thing you know, you don't have a job. But what you do know is that you're working on something for yourself. You have a side business, you're in school, you're doing XYZ. And so therefore you're able to still be successful. It might be a little bit hard during the time that you're transitioning, but you'll be able to get through whatever it is that you need to get through, because you have that confidence, you have that underlying just knowing that you're that shit. You're the shit. You're that bitch. Remembering to use our voice to speak up, remembering when to hold them and when to fold them. You're not always going to, especially when you're dealing with certain people, when you're dealing with jobs, when you're dealing with certain situations, sometimes less is more. Sometimes, you don't always have to let people know what your next move is. You don't have to let people know what it is that you're going to do, what you're not doing, what you're not going to tolerate. The only thing that you have to do is show and prove. Sometimes people are playing a game of checkers and you're playing chess. If you're watching my channel, we're playing chess. We're the queens. Even if you're a male, the queen is the highest court in the chess game. And that we embody that, even in the lowest of the low, even in the moments when we don't feel great, even in those moments when, you're dealing with things that you know that you shouldn't be dealing with. You are still the queen. Don't ever let anybody tell you anything different. Don't ever let anybody tell you anything different. But of course, with this scarcity, I'm going to at least read this, because I hate to see that card, but it just is what it is. It just is what it is. Her name is Sakoyan, and lately I've been getting her whenever I've been pulling cards, and yeah. She is the shadow of scarcity. She resides in Trinidad/diaspora. Her temple is the shadows. Her element is air. Beauty by day, hag by night, Sakoyan is an energy vampire, also known throughout the diaspora as Ol Hiku and Buhag. Whether energy or blood, for vampires, there is never enough to go around. You have so much more than you realize. You have access to unlimited joy, love, good times, pleasures, and prosperities. Be grateful for your riches. Stop going to the ocean and asking for a thimbleful of water. It doesn't feel like it when you're desperate, but scarcity and lack are an illusion. Prosperity is believing that there is an overflow. More than enough love, happiness, well-being, and money to go around. Vampires take from others because they don't have enough life force for themselves. That is scarcity consciousness. When you embody lack, you are always hungry, tired, and jealous. Make a gratitude list. What are you grateful for right now? The goddess declaration or affirmation for this card is my blessings always overflow. And they do. And I know that and I realize that. But sometimes when you're dealing with certain people who can be, quote unquote, the vampire, it's hard for us to realize that because they literally take your life force. And a lot of times we give it away. Sometimes knowingly and unknowingly. But the best thing that we can do is protect ourselves. Protect your head, protect your mind, protect your spirit. Do what you have to do. But, you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, we have good juju. But dealing with certain things like this can create very, very harsh lessons that a lot of us don't want to learn. But it just is what it is. It's a part of the journey. I'm going to pull from, I'm going to put these away. And get the book. There's that. And next, I'm going to go on to the Work Your Light Oracle deck to see what messages we need to hear and possibly close out with my own personal oracle deck. But let's see, I was using these cards last night just for myself to see what messages I needed to hear. And yeah, they definitely fit. All right, let's get 3 cards. And again, this is the Work Your Light Oracle cards and guidebook. Let's see. Again, I hope you're doing well. Make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And hit the notification bell so that way you never miss a video from me. I know I have not been super consistent, but as of right now, I'm back. I have to take breaks because I've been having life and all kinds of bullshit going on. So, you know. All right, let's get 3 cards. One. This is my favorite card. Okay, and then we got 2. Star Mother. This is my favorite card. I love this card. How can you mother yourself? As I was talking about being able to receive and all of these wonderful things, but understanding that sometimes even when you're receiving those things from certain types of people, you may not be getting all of the nutrients and things that you need. And a mother sometimes starts off breastfeeding her child. And there's a certain amount of nutrients that you get. And the longer that you breastfeed your child, the better. The better their health is, the better, like, they're smarter. I know for a fact that it works because my daughter, I breastfed her up until she was a couple months from 2 years old. Like, she was, what, like 19 months when I stopped. I was pregnant with my youngest when I was breastfeeding her, and I ended up having to stop because my belly was too big. It was just too much. But because I breastfed her and she had that nutrient, she is so smart. I'm not going to take away from my boys because they're all very smart. But she has something special about her. And she is very, very smart. She's very intuitive. She is amazing. And I know that it's because I did take the time to nurture her and give her the extra nutrients. So with that, I just said all that to say that however we can nurture ourselves and mother ourselves, taking more time with ourselves. This is a constant thing that I've been having to say to myself all year. Like, how can you mother yourself? How can you nurture yourself? Because it's a consistent thing. It's not just a one-time thing. It's a consistent thing that we have to always do in order to be the best version of ourselves. Sometimes there's things that when you're mothering yourself, you have to unlearn from people. And that's okay as long as you implement new things. See, in the past, the things that I was doing was I would release, but I wasn't replenishing. I wasn't replenishing those things that I was releasing with new and better things. Therefore, it left a void. And so when that situation that I released came back, I thought that it was new, but it really wasn't. I don't know who else needed to hear that, but whenever you release, you need to replenish yourself with something else new. When you take away something, you get something new and better, and it's an upgrade. Also, the next card that we have is Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in Subtle Realms. That is amazing news, because this is a very interesting time in our lives right now. We're going through an eclipse. There's a full moon coming. Like, there's a lot of energies around us that can be very wands-like. And wands energy can be defeating. It can make you feel like you're defeated. It can make you feel defensive. And mothering energy is not defensive. She allows you to come in and speak your truth and say what it is that you need to say, and not judge you, and not try to shush you, and not try to tell you, and not try to gaslight you. The wands to me at this present time represent being gaslit. Please give me one more card. Give me one more card, please. Angels, guides, spirits. All right. Spirit says no. It says wait, postpone, pause, say no. And then at the bottom we have align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? So maybe there are certain decisions that were made that your spirit guides are coming in to try to help you clean up. I understand. I understand when I tell you. I understand. But wait, postpone, pause, say no. If there's something that you've been thinking about, some sort of decision that you are thinking about making, maybe just wait or postpone it. Bring it back at a later date so that way you actually have time to think about it. Get with your council of light and nurture yourself at the same time. Be open to hear what it is that your guides have to say. Be open to what it is that your higher self is trying to speak to you about. Take the message in. Yeah, you might feel a little defensive about it, but take it in. Sit with it, allow it to resonate, and then move forward. Don't make any hasty decisions. Easier said than done sometimes, though. Even if you do happen to make those hasty decisions, your spirit guides are always there, and they're there to walk with you through the times that you maybe feel like you let yourself down. You will get through whatever it is that you are experiencing right now. You're not alone. You have an abundance of love, peace, healing, and all of those things. It's just on the other side of you. Sometimes we're our own worst enemy, and we self-sabotage. We sell ourselves short. All of these things. And I know I'm guilty, but I'm working through it. I'm aware of it. That's the difference. And I am grateful for the awareness. Everything that I go through and that I be knowing like I shouldn't be going through, I'm grateful for the awareness of it. Nonetheless, I am grateful for the awareness. And boom, we have, even back then with the tears in my eyes, I always knew I was a shit. As I'm saying, sometimes we deal with shit that we know we shouldn't be dealing with. And at that time we are settling, but deep down we know better.